There we go, Google Pixel 4 XL unboxing. I like how it comes with the camera facing upwards. Ooh, look at that. Also in the box, I have some paperwork with the semi-eject tool, which I will not be using because I will be using the Google Fi instant setup with the eSIM, electronic SIM. 18-watt charger in the box. USB-C to USB-C, very clever. And USB to USB-C adapter. That's it. This thing feels great in hand. These matte rails feel amazing. Like this has like a smooth texture to it, this matte finish. And then right there it's slippery, kind of like glass or sort of rubberized feeling. The reason I got this phone is I have been using Google Fi for the past 6 months or more. And I've been using them on Google Fi compatible devices, meaning you get a Google Fi SIM, you plug in the SIM and it operates just like any normal phone would, but it's locked to the T-Mobile network. Google Fi permits you to use 3 different carriers, which are T-Mobile, Sprint, and US Cellular. So I've been dying to experience the full Google Fi experience on a Google Fi certified device. And obviously the Pixel devices, along with a few Motorola devices, are Google Fi certified devices. So I've been dying to get the full benefit of my carrier, and that's the reason I've been looking at the Pixel devices. Now, initially I was very turned off to the Pixel 4. I was not very impressed with it, and I was about not to get it, but Google has started doing some really amazing deals on the Pixel. I got this at $300 off the original retail price. Here's the Nokia 9 that I'm transferring from. Okay. Huh. Well, this is kind of clever. Huh. I like this. This is a really neat feature. This is the first time I've used this feature, doing the syncing between devices with the cable. That's pretty cool. Which is extra clever because most modern phones have the USB-C connection, and in the box, because the charger is USB-C to USB-C, it already includes the cable that you would need to sync the 2 devices, which is very clever. Very well done. I'm really excited to get to start using a Pixel again. One of my favorite phones I ever had was the Nexus 5, and all of my last few devices have been a pure Google experience. So the Nokia 9 is running Android 1, and before that I briefly used the HTC Exodus 1, which was not a pure Google experience, but it's probably one of the cleaner HTC interfaces. All right, here we go. Copying done. All right, next. So we'll go ahead and get this out of the way. That was easy. All right, back up, use location. Scanning, nope. No. And I'm not going to be using Face Unlock. I am a big-time privacy advocate. I would much rather use a PIN, which is more secure, which is in my brain. So let's see, continue. I don't use the assistant, so I'm going to skip that. And I don't want to use the squeeze feature. I think that's annoying. I don't want to use the gestures. I'm going to disable that. And I'm going to skip the motion sense as well. And there we go. Stay up to date, no thanks. Done. I can see that it's already bringing over some of my settings from the old phone. So you can see the battery percentage up there in the notification bar. When this started off, it was just an empty battery icon. So that's pretty cool. It's brought over some of the features. I guess that's one benefit of having a very pure Android experience on another device. It makes moving over to the Pixel an easier deal. All right. Go home, switch apps, swipe up and hold. My favorite way to get between apps is swiping along the bottom of the screen. So you can switch apps just by sliding along the bottom. You don't have to do all that craziness with the gestures. And then go back, swipe in from either corner. And all set. Okay, swipe up to get started. Ta-da! Nice. Oh wow, and it's already got me signed into Google Fi. Oh, not fully, okay. So let's finish that activation. Notice I didn't have to put a SIM in here at all. So it'll deactivate my number on the other phone. So I guess this essentially will deactivate the SIM card that I have in my Nokia. There you go. Unlimited data, baby. Cool. All set. I'm really looking forward to playing around with both devices over the next few weeks. One of the things I really want to test out is the camera performance of the Pixel versus my old Nokia 9. It has this really cool 5-camera setup, and it does amazing things with dynamic range. Some of it's software, but also some of it's hardware. There's only one focal length, so there's no zoom lens or wide angle. It's just 2 black and white sensors and 3 color sensors, along with a depth sensor and the flash. And between those 3 color sensors, it does some really incredible stuff with high dynamic range. I went ahead and I changed a few things in the system settings. So I put like a green accent, and I put all the icons to square. And what's really cool is it also changes it here in the menu as well. So all these icons are all squared out. And I also returned the traditional 3 buttons down at the bottom. It never fails as I'm doing like a back swipe. I do an accidental tap to an icon or a menu option or something on the screen, and the swiping thing just, it's not working well for me. Some cool things with the packaging that I encountered as I was opening this up. So this is the top of the box. There's actually like a little cutout here for where the phone would be facing upwards in the box. Another cool little thing about the box is if you open the Google Camera app and you pop over here to Lens and you hover above the box for a second, it will play this cool little graphic here of the using augmented reality. And if you click on these, it will actually take you to the artist that took that photo on Instagram, from what I understand. That's all I wanted to show you guys for now. I'm going to play around with this a little bit more, get the phone set up nicely, and run some camera comparisons, and talk to you about my experience with the phone. Like I said, I've disabled the radar sensor, motion sense, the squeeze sides, all of these things that might be consuming extra battery. And also, I'm really impressed with how quickly it charged up. I mean, I got a good 50% or so from, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes of charging. I don't know if that's good or not, but I'm pretty impressed. I love how the screen looks. As soon as I'm done recording this, I'm going to slap on a nice matte screen protector. As you can see, I have one on this device, and it doesn't pick up any of those reflections, and it protects the phone very nicely. I got a pretty good dent right there from where the phone fell down and hit something, and it put a nice like indentation in that. But these matte screen protectors are really nice. I really enjoy those. So I've got one I'm gonna slap on there. I've got a skin coming in for the Pixel. Later this week I should have the skin in, and I'll be ordering a clear case so you can see the skin through the case, and it'll be a surprise what's coming, but I think you'll be impressed. Shout out to Jerry Rig Everything. Maybe you guys know that he's been working in cahoots with a few companies, and that's all I'll say for now. One last thing I wanted to add before closing is that you can get this device on the Google Fi plan subsidized. So this is going to cost me an extra $29 and some change per month, and the taxes up front were $57. So you got to pay taxes just like if you were going to T-Mobile or something like that to get a new phone. You got to pay the taxes, and the subsidized amount is roughly $30 a month. So you could have a brand new top-of-the-line Pixel device at $300 off using Google Fi and subsidize it through their plan, and it's obviously unlocked. Do me a favor and subscribe to the channel, ding the bell, and please leave a comment below if you already have a Pixel 4, or if you're thinking about getting one, or if you have any questions or comments about what I'm doing with the phone, anything you'd like to see, any topics you'd like covered. Have a good weekend and enjoy. Bye.